Hey guys, so I'm just finishing up my walk here and I wanted to show you the booty I ended up with. Check this out. See these little dates? Oops, hey, hi. See these dates? I think, oops, oh no! It almost went in this street. So I got these little dates. These ones look like they're pretty ripe, so I'm going to let them dry out because the other ones were just, they dried out and everything, but they're still green. They don't look very appetizing. So I'm gonna try to dry these ones and see what happens with them. It'll take probably about a week or so for them to dry out really good. I'll let you know. Starting the day off with a green smoothie that I didn't even have to make. My husband made it. I taught him well. I'm gonna finish up these chickpeas from last week. Alright, I just had one of these little crackers I made yesterday. These and the chickpeas we're going to take with us on the road for our little trip tomorrow. Hey guys! Look for real, no makeup. Lucky you. So, it's getting a little bit late. I'm kind of hungry. Every time I have that green smoothie, I get super hungry afterwards. So, wow, Vincent too, apparently. I'm starting with hibiscus tea. There's a little matcha. I sprinkled a little matcha tea in here too. It's warm. I told you guys it's a little chilly out. So it's starting to be that season where it's just really nice to have a nice warm drink. Be quiet! I'm doing a video. So, breakfast. Okay, here's what I did. I took, here, let me switch the camera around. I can't get her to be quiet, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna get a spoon out here. So here's what I did. I put 3/4 of a cup of oatmeal, just raw rolled oatmeal. Then I put almond milk. Be quiet! She's like staring at herself in the mirror. Look at this. Look what's happening. What? What? You are really annoying. Yes, you are. Uh-huh. Yes, you are. You're so annoying. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to make her be quiet, you guys. Alright. Back to business. So, oatmeal, almond milk, then I put some frozen strawberries in here, and I just microwaved for like about 3.5 minutes because I like the strawberries to get really soft. So then I can just sort of like mash them. Then I put half a banana. I put a bunch of coconut. Sorry, this is out of focus. I put some coconut flakes, and then I used currants. I suggest you guys get currants, actually, if you're not a huge raisin fan, because currants are just like raisins, only they're smaller. And I love the fact that they're smaller because I don't like huge bites of raisins. So, I just microwaved all this together so it'll be nice and warm. I'm going to sprinkle, here I've got my flaxseed. I'm going to sprinkle about a tablespoon of this in there. Mix it all together and we got breakfast! I ended up, this is my super awesome strawberry smasher fork. I ended up just smashing all the strawberries like this. I could get smaller pieces. Look how yummy this looks, you guys. And it took like 5 minutes to make. Who says you can't have a nice, healthy, comforting breakfast any morning? So easy. Just a note about the currants too. I don't happen to know, well actually this is a note about my philosophy on the cost of food, but I don't happen to know if currants are more expensive than raisins, and I actually don't care. And I want to explain that a little bit. I am not rich, you guys. By any sense of the word, I am not rich. However, and I've never been rich. I've always, had like zero money. And however, the one constant that's always been in my life is I have never worried about how much food costs. I never think about it. I don't look at prices. I try not to buy a million goji berries because then you're going to spend like $60 at a time. But I talked about this before in little videos. I want to say I don't really spend money on too many things. I tend to be a pretty frugal person. I like to reuse paper towels, crazy stuff like that. But when it comes to the cost of food, I don't care much. I know a lot of people care and they think it's offensive to say that I don't care, maybe. But my point is that it's worth what it costs to eat fruits and vegetables. A lot of the things that somebody like a Nutritarian, somebody like me, like a lot of the things that I eat are cheap things. I buy a bunch of rolled oats, I buy a bunch of beans, rice, things like that. These are all staples that tend to be like very cheap to buy, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. I buy a lot of produce, so that can tend to be expensive, but I never think about it, you guys. Here's why. I think that food is the most important thing that we need to spend money on. And we're going to talk about the difference between organic and conventional. Sure, there's a difference in price. I don't really, like, I'm probably going to get some comments on this that people don't agree with this, but, okay, wait. So I'm going to say that, but as a disclaimer, I have actually read this in Furman's books, that if it means you're not going to eat fruits and vegetables because you're worried about the cost of organic, you're not doing it right. You should always eat vegetables and fruits no matter whether they're organic or not. You should just eat those instead of not eating them because they're not organic, right? So they have this dirty dozen list of the types of produce that tend to have the most pesticides on them. Sure, like, do that if you can. And I do that sometimes. Like, I think about it and I'm always like, I'll try to get the organic apples, or I'll try to get the organic celery, the organic lettuce, things like that. I try to do it sometimes, but when I can't, or when I am at a store that doesn't have it, or when I just don't feel like it, you guys, I don't. But I always make sure that I'm eating fruits and vegetables, period. Like, that's way more important than whether or not they're conventional or organic. It really is. It's been studied. It's a fact. You should, if you're worried about whether it's organic, you're like, oh, I'm just not going to buy it because I can't find organic. That's not the right answer. And also, if you truly cannot afford organic produce, don't worry about it. Eat the produce, because what happens is the produce, the fruits and vegetables, the beans and all that good Nutritarian food, that's the stuff that takes care of the bad stuff in your body. It's not, you're thinking about, oh, I'm just adding pesticides in and all that. But think about the other stuff that you eat. Pasta, meat, cheese, things like that. That's all filled with bad stuff too. There's bad stuff in there as well. So think more about what positive stuff you can do with this food by eating it, rather than what are maybe some of the negatives that might be to eating this food, right? Like, there may be some pesticide residue on it. Maybe it's not local, maybe it's not fresh, maybe it's whatever. The point is, don't worry about those things. Don't get caught up in the details. Eat the fruits and vegetables. That's the main idea here. So that's why I wanted to make this point about the currants, is that I was just thinking in my head, like, oh, maybe currants are more expensive than raisins. But then I thought, you know what, I don't care, because this is what's going to get me to eat a good meal. Then I'm going to buy the currants, or the organic lettuce, or the lettuce instead of the pasta, or whatever it is, whatever it is that's more expensive from a Nutritarian perspective than what you might be eating standard. It's way more important to eat those fruits and vegetables and spend a little bit more money on it than it is to spend your money on stuff that is, because health, like, what are the costs of healthcare, right? That's super expensive, and you may have to pay that in the future because you didn't get the vegetables now. Okay. I hope that wasn't an inflammatory comment. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. That it's more important to eat veggies and fruits than it is to worry about the cost of conventional or organic. And try not to worry so much about what things cost, or try to even cut back your budget on other things that maybe are things you don't need. Like, if you go to Starbucks a lot, cut that in half and use that money for the organic produce, or for the produce in general. I used to go to Starbucks all the time. It's a grande toffee nut latte made with almond milk or soy milk or whatever. That was always my drink. I would get decaf because I can't deal with the caffeine, but that was always my drink. You guys, I used to get it 3 or 4 times a week, and I would get the turkey bacon egg sandwich thing for breakfast like 3 or 4 times a week. This is about 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, guys, no, it was probably about 5 years ago now. Wow. Anyways, all the time, you guys, I ate it so much. And so now I don't go there as much, and now I have money left over to spend on fruits and vegetables. So there may be something in your budget where you can actually cut back on because it's not as good for you and you sort of know it's not, and use that money for fruits and vegetables instead. I know it sounds lame. It's like, ooh, who wants to go get a head of romaine instead of going to Starbucks, right? But that's kind of what it takes, is those little tweaks every once in a while. And maybe don't get rid of it right away, but just cut back maybe 1 less drink per week, I don't know. Okay, let me know what you guys think actually down below in the comments. What do you think about the cost of produce, the cost of a nutritarian diet? I do think it's a little bit more expensive than, I mean, it's way more expensive than if I was just eating like pasta with Parmesan cheese or whatever. But what do you guys think about it? Is it in your, mindset? Do you think about, oh, I shouldn't buy this because it's too expensive, or do you just kind of buy the good food and not worry so much about it? Let me know your thoughts about this subject. I'm gonna have my oatmeal. Okay, for lunch I had a few of these crackers and these chickpeas while I was preparing this lovely soup over here. And then I just am having a little bit of the mushrooms and the roasted veggies too. I was actually dipping these in the soup and it's yummy. So lunch is served. We don't have time to make a salad today. Hey guys. All right. Here's what happened. All right, it's about 6 on Tuesday night, the day before we're leaving for our little trip. Fall is in the air for sure. The air is nice and cool and crisp and perfect. I get to wear like long sleeve shirt and pants and stuff. Feels so good. And you know how like when that starts happening, you get those feelings of, oh, I want hot chocolate. I want to, just hang out and be cozy. So that's where I am right now, which is why I ended up buying the things I just bought at Whole Foods. So we're going for a little trip. We're going to be staying in like a cabin in a cool, very, very cold area of the country right now. And I'm very excited to have some downtime, to not have to do much at all on purpose. It's only a few days, but I bought enough food for about 6 weeks, which is pretty typical of me. Frankly, I haven't bought that much food, especially at Whole Foods, in a long time. I don't think I've done that since, it's been a while. But guys, I spent almost $200. And the thing is, it's mostly like snacky stuff, which is bad. I shouldn't have, right? Like, I know I shouldn't have done it, and we're gonna be snacking the whole time. But what I was thinking was, I think it's better than buying that crap you get at the gas station. And I have some ideas for food that we're gonna be eating during the day. Like, I'm gonna bring the Vitamix. We're gonna make smoothies, hopefully. And I'm gonna make some wraps. I think the wraps are gonna be very easy to make and just take with us. So that's for the road, because who knows where we're gonna, what types of places to eat we would run into on the way. So I want to just prepare and have some food with us. And I also thought, I hate that thing that happens when you go to the gas station and you're hungry. You're not really hungry, but you're sort of craving. And then you end up buying crap that's really bad for you. So I thought, you know what? I'm at Whole Foods. I'm going to just buy snacky stuff that's actually decent quality and mostly vegan. So that's what I did. But I got way too much stuff. Clearly, I spent so much money. I had to get, I got other things too, but I also got like a hot chocolate mix and, like fun things. But it's just going to be a few days, so hopefully we'll be able to come back and hide away that bad food and not see it for a while. I'm not really sure what's going to happen over the next week since I bought so much, but you guys are about to witness the demise of the, really good track record. But I'm choosing to do it, and I don't want to think too much. I've already thought a lot about what to bring and how to at least have semi-healthy things. Like healthy versus what we could get at the gas station, It's not healthy. It's still going to be all like sugar and salt and some oil and stuff like that, but at least it'll be not just really low quality stuff. So, I just wanted to give you guys that disclaimer. I'm not sure when you'll be seeing this video or any of the coming videos in the next few days, just because of the wireless situation. I'm not sure what, we're going to have for internet, but I'm really looking forward to a break. I don't remember the time. I do not remember the last time I went away and didn't work. I don't even remember a time. So I'm really excited for this, and I think it's gonna be really nice and relaxing. So catch you guys soon, and maybe you'll make better choices in the next few days than I will. Guys, I'm gonna call this next few days the gauntlet because there's gonna be so much stuff around that I don't know how much I will resist. So into the gauntlet we go. This is a little dinner. It's the plantains that they have at the Whole Foods Hot Bar. And it's like my favorite thing in the whole world. Alright, I'm feeling very cravey right now. Very, 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 very cravey. And I'm getting into these cracker things that I got for the drive tomorrow. And I'm powerless.